Boys, I'm sorry. I was trying to protect my family. Next time, I'd manage it differently. And I'm sorry.
Okay, so you just watched one of the very few moments in this episode that seemed reflective, kind, caring, maybe even loving. If you are interested in these reunion episodes as a way to understand, like, does this family reflect on what happened? Are they trying to make things right now that they've seen the episodes? You're caught up. That's about all they did in terms of that. And there's a lot of show left where they did something else. So let's discuss that. It's almost funny to think about this now, but in the beginning, season 1, episode 1, this show was all about love. Love should be multiplied, not divided. It feels like fate, like we all should have been together from the beginning. But there were seeds of discontent even back then, and their facade of love has just really fallen apart. In fact, so much of what they talked about on this episode is stuff they've been saying and arguing about for years. And it's like we're just finally seeing more of how they really feel. Honestly, I'm a little worried that if these themes from this episode follow us into season 18, then I don't know how we are going to stand watching it. I'm just picturing misery, sadness, continued just awful, terrible feelings. But let's talk about it and then we'll see what's going to happen in the future. So despite where the show started years ago, part 3 of this tell-all just highlights that this plural marriage was never about love. It was built on mistrust, rejection, and ego. See, what became clear in recent seasons and definitely crystal clear in this tell-all series is that none of the adults can fully trust each other in this family. Cody can't trust that anyone, besides maybe Robin, will respect him. Christine can't trust that anyone will really be there for her. Janelle can't trust that anyone will prioritize her. Robin can't trust that anyone will be as invested as she wants them to be. Mary can't trust that anyone will remember she's a part of this family. So honestly, for the hour or so that this episode was on TV, we just watched this broken family complain that the others were untrustworthy. And to me, it went in circles. We get it. You all are not good to each other and you bring out the worst in each other. Can you please just leave each other alone now? And somehow, even the doors we thought were closed, the ones that TLC teased us with, saying a decision had been made, they're still slightly open. In this episode, Cody says that he still loves Janelle, that Janelle came into plural marriage idealistically, but was shattered by the experience of it. Janelle says that she doesn't love Cody per se, but she is devout in her faith, and she knows that part of it requires her to stay open to Cody. Cody is donezo with Mary, and Mary seems finally willing to admit that Cody is over her, but she is also open to him coming back to her. So are we really going to continue this back and forth next season? Janelle says she's very happy being separated, but is still open to the misery that is being married to Cody. What the heck? Can we get some resolution? Janelle, if you're out there, I hate to say this, but look at Robin, okay? Look at Christine. I mean, gosh, look at yourself. You left a marriage once and moved on, and I believe you can do it again. So please, let's not drag this on throughout next season. Don't put us through that. And speaking of things that we do not want to drag on to season 18, can someone get Robin on the phone? Robin, please stop acting like you don't understand why you're getting the complaints you're getting.
And I'm tired of being punished and blamed and people thinking I'm a bad person because I'm communicating. And
Robin, friend, girl, you're sucking up all the air in the room. When you give Cody everything he wants, apparently from this episode, we learned that that includes kicking your oldest son out into an RV in the yard because he couldn't comply with Cody's COVID protocols. Well, then when you do that, you weaken the voice of all the other wives. You actually break apart the potential that you all have to create this beautiful family culture that offers balance to Cody's influence. And Robin, honestly, if you don't care about that balance that the wives can create together, then please, can you stop saying that you want to have a good relationship with them? I mean, you don't get to say that you want to be grandmothers sitting on the porch with your sister wives when you're not even willing to leave room for them to breathe right now. One final issue that came up in this episode that I am really not interested in hearing more about, or if we do hear more about it, I'm anticipating feeling terrible after watching it. But also I am almost certain we are going to hear a lot about this in season 18, is whether or not Cody is still committed to polygamy and if he's going to try to bring more wives into his family. Now, if we've been in conversation before, then you might already remember this, that my theory is that Cody is not going to take more wives. He is exhausted and overwhelmed, and he's getting older. And who would want to do all that at his stage of life? Okay. I really appreciate that in this episode, Christine basically said that Cody does not have the capacity to bring more wives into his family. When Robin is asked about the future of polygamy and plural marriage in their family, she kind of looks around and wastes a little bit of time, it seems, as she's trying to get her thoughts together, I imagine. And she says that, well, basically Cody has said no. He's not interested in this anymore. And then Suki asks her, "Are you interested?" And she looks down, her voice gets really quiet, and basically she says, "Yes, I am." But that a part of her is scared to try it again because of how terribly they failed with this marriage. So those are three issues that came up in this episode that, to me, they've been talking about this for so long. I'm exhausted of it. It's hard to watch, but I also think these are themes that are going to continue into season 18. And just remember, love was at the center of everything they talked about in the beginning of the show. But at this point in this episode, it is clear that there is no love between Cody, Mary, Janelle, Christine, or Robin. I mean, well, let me take that back. There might actually be love between Mary towards Cody. I think she does. I think she did love Cody, and I think she still might. I think, though, for Janelle, she found comfort in Cody, and that was enough. I think Christine found attention, and that was enough for her. I think Robin found opportunity from Cody, and Cody found 4 women willing to feed his insatiable ego. It's hard to watch a family built on that, and it's no surprise, though, the way this is ending.